Well, hello, Melinda. My semester at C student, huh? And Taylor,
Yeah.
Very nice to see you, Taylor. Welcome to the president's office. Let me show you a couple of special things. First of all, the most special part of this office is I have, and I use and sit behind a desk of C.C. Chapman, the man for whom Chapman University is named. And when I became president, Ernie Chapman, who's the son of C.C. Chapman, I asked about it, and he said, yes, I have his desk. And if you're interested, when I pass on, I will give the desk to Chapman. As you can see, it's quite beautiful, and I can't help but think when I sit down here that I have to uphold the traditions, the values of C.C. Chapman. So it's a great reminder every morning. This was a painting done by someone who helped give us the imprimatur for our Chapman 5K. So all Chapman 5K, the medals, the shirts, all use this particular painting. This is an illustration from my first children's book, and photographs of my family, a son and daughter, wife Lynn, and photographs of wonderful people here at Chapman: George Ardress, Doi Henley, Paul and Mary Bell Musco, Ernie Chapman, Harry Rinker, Jerry Lewis with the Muscos. Anyway, reminders of how special it is to be president here. This was given to me by Town and Gown, and these are all of the buildings and chairs as indicated by our sculptures that occurred during the time I've been president, which I've been president now for the last 21 years. And these remind me of my mountain climbing pursuits, and these are the various mountains that I've climbed, including Mount Vincent in Antarctica. This is the highest mountain in Europe, Mount Elbrus in Russia, Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, highest mountain there. This is on the top of Aconcagua, the highest mountain in South America, Mount Rainier, and there's Mount Whitney. You know how I got started on all this? Reading one of my favorite paintings. This is a painting of Mount Kilimanjaro, and it was painted by Dorothy Kennedy, the wife of one of our trustees, Don Kennedy. She presented this to me when I said, you know, I'm interested in mountains, and I've always wanted to climb a mountain. And she sent this to me, and when I got it, I said, oh, how wonderful. And she told me when we were talking about this that it's one of her favorite paintings. And then for her to give me one of her favorite paintings that was something that I'll never forget. And it inspired me then to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. These are more photographs, and there's one of my favorite guys, Huell Hauser, who just recently established the California's Gold Scholarship. Some of my running medals for my marathons. All my doggies. This is my dog Cindy, who passed away about 5 years ago. It was a great dog. Got from German Shepherd Rescue. This is Roxy, who passed away last December, and I got her from German Shepherd Rescue. And now my latest dog from German Shepherd Rescue is Angel. Cute little Angel, and a great name because she really is an angel. She loves everybody. This one is my mom, and she's right outside of Ellis Island here. I took her back to Ellis Island because when she immigrated from Italy, she had to stay there. And she was at the spot where her mother had an eye infection on the way over on the boat. So she had to stay on Ellis Island for 2 weeks while her mother was in the hospital. She was pointing that she was in this room where, and she at a certain time of the day, she would go to this area to wave to her mother, which I always found something that I'll never forget. Anyway, then I just wrote an article that will appear in the Register, and it's I've always wanted to catch a baseball. And when I was a little kid in Chicago growing up, would go to Wrigley Field, Comiskey Park, I would bring my mitt, never catch a ball. Then I came here, watched the Angels, never. Gene Autry invited me to his box. He owned the Angels at the time, and he was my hero as a cowboy star in the 1950s. And as we were watching the game, he was keeping track of the box score, and there was a line drive from a Chicago White Sox player, and when I saw it coming to us, I pulled him down, me with it. The ball hit the edge of the table as I was peeking up out of it, and it was a gentle arc, and I picked my hand up and I caught my first ball. And Gene Autry signed it to Jim for just saving my life. Finally, I want you to see inside my desk. I open it up every morning, and inside is a quotation that I look at and think about every morning when I get to work. And it was when I first became president, I sought out a professor here at Chapman called Paul Delp. He was our Mr. Chips. And he graduated from Chapman in the 1920s. And he was a hero of mine, he was a mentor of mine. And I said, they asked me to be president, I'm not prepared, or I'm scared, what advice would you give me? And he said, just remember, Jim, treat everyone with respect and dignity. If you do that, you'll do just fine. And I think those are words to live by. So that's my office, and thank you for coming and visiting me. I hope it was interesting. I have a lot of doors here because it makes it difficult for people to walk out without giving a wonderful donation to the school. So thanks for visiting the office. And there's Mr. Chapman, and there's President Lincoln.